Like you're gonna spend an hour for this, which is unpaid. We don't want to waste our time sending our resumes, pushing ESL companies some stuff to do. And I don't understand why they have to make things very complicated. We deserve more than that. Let's show them that we can accept this shit. Hi there, my name is Jackson. Welcome back to my channel. Now, I would like to talk about the ESL world, what's going on. Honestly, I didn't know where to start because I've got a lot of things in my mind. I just want to fight for my fellow Filipinos because it's crazy. The ESL world is becoming worse and worse nowadays in the Philippines. Just a quick background, I tried the ESL world when I was in college. I was earning 100 pesos per hour, which isn't bad at all. Imagine if I worked 2 hours every night. It's Monday to Saturday, for example. I'd have 1,020 pesos a week. As a student, it means something to me. That's on top of my allowance. That was in 2014. There were only a few ESL companies back then. Career Job and 5-1 Talk. Those were the most popular. Even today, I'm filming this video, they are still here. I was a solid 5-1 talker for 7 years, and it was good. Yes, it was. That was a time when I felt like I was only the one who was doing it. I mean, my classmate didn't try it, and the people around me. I never met anyone who was working as an online teacher until I went to an on-site training where I met some teachers from Pampanga, but I never met anyone from my hometown. 5-1 Talk, an online ESL company, used to book a hotel for a few days and they invite teachers to attend the training with some promotion, and that was awesome. 10 years later, oh my, it's crazy. ESL companies are now everywhere, whether registered or not, they exist. I actually call some of them pushing ESL companies when I talk to my friends. Oh, not some of them, most of them, I would say. There are ESL companies on Facebook, and most of the time, they come from individuals who have their own ESL company. And some of them, they're posted by the recruitment team of certain companies. And now we have three problems or three things about ESL companies in the Philippines. This is the truth about the ESL world. Number one, the hiring process. Isn't it awful that we waste each other's time? Some aren't responsive, and on the next day, you would see the same job post. For the ESL companies out there, if the applicants do not meet the requirements or standards, please let them know. We don't want to waste our time sending our resumes and the things, whatever you require, such as our intro video. Especially if the introduction has specific requirements, meaning it's not just the one that we have, the one that we keep as our general introduction. Because the intro video, sometimes we have the general and you don't want us to send that. So we film another video for you, just like specific requirements, tell me this and tell me your experience and what makes you happy, something like that. So it's very specific for you. And we traveled. It really takes time to film considering your background, the noise, and the place, even the weather. Sometimes it's raining. Just like now, I wasn't able to film this an hour ago because it's raining. So I can hear the sound. So it's not a good video, right? And after the initial screening, they're going to ask you to provide this and that and send your video, edit your video, and then another edit or change your video. Follow this guideline and whatsoever. There are managers or recruitment officers or trainers who would train you and repeats everything. Just like this, we have this today, tomorrow we're going to have this again to improve your demo. And sometimes they will ask you to repeat your demo, which is quite good, but sometimes you don't really understand why they are repeating these things. It's like you are an experienced teacher. They repeat everything, they set a schedule tomorrow and then the next day, which are unpaid, which is totally fine if you're a beginner. But what I'm saying is that we always repeat this topic. So they would set a schedule and all, and the hiring process is too long. You wouldn't notice that, oh, it took me 2 weeks or even a month. It depends. But there are good companies there who hire or who do it better. You can teach in a week or two. And one of the things that I really hate is that you're going to record your demo, using Skype or ClassIn, and then you will send it to a group chat where everybody can see it. I mean, your batchmates. So I can see that they do it. It's because it's convenient for them. I don't see it as ethical. I don't see it as very ethical because somehow it's still confidential. But of course, the activities that we do during the training, how are you going to grade this word? How do you pronounce this word? How are you going to grade this student? That's okay. But the final demo, I think it's confidential. Number two problem that I can see is the system. Most established companies, they have their own system, their own portal or online classroom. But the startups, they don't have this. They do everything manually. They use spreadsheet and a video conferencing tool just like Skype and Zoom. Aside from that, they still have something to do. They have some stuff to do. And I don't understand why they have to make things very complicated. Sometimes the companies that have been existing for 5 years or so, they don't have a good system. That's the reason why the teachers are burnt out because of the process that they want them to do. Like you're going to spend an hour for this, which is unpaid. It wouldn't matter if the rate is average or above average, but okay, let's talk about this. Number three, of course, the rate. I started at 100 per hour when I was a student, and that was 10 years ago. And it's unbelievable that we still accept 100 pesos per hour these days. It's kind of slavery if it's like 80 or 75 per hour. If you are in college right now, 100 pesos isn't really bad. But someone who has a bachelor's degree, someone who is experienced, let's say a year or two, we deserve more than that. So please, don't accept anything lower than 150. Don't overreact. Some would probably say 150 pesos is still low. Don't compare it to native speakers because they spend their dollars in their country. And that means the purchasing power of their currency is different. Ours is different. But if you try to compute your monthly pay, let's say you got 7 teaching hours plus an hour for evaluation and preparation, and you work for 22 days in a month, that gives you 23,000 pesos, which is generally higher than what you get if you work in a private school as an elementary teacher or high school teacher. I'm talking about your first year or your second year. Don't compare your monthly income to someone else's. Don't feel miserable about it. You better compare what you get online to the one that you could get if you work in a school. Number four is related to pay. The standard. The main problem these days with ESL companies is that the qualifications and the specifications of your device continuously becoming higher, but the rate is retained, or worse, becomes lower. I was only a student when I started, and now you're looking for someone who has a bachelor's degree, an experienced teacher, and you're gonna give them 100, 120? Hell no. That was my hourly rate 10 years ago. 10 years ago. Oh my goodness. It's 2024. Oh. I realize all of this because I'm back in the ESL world for some reason. And I hope you'll join me on this journey. We are talented and not everybody can teach. Let's show them that we can accept this shit. To all the online teachers and aspirants, let's bring change to the ESL world. Mabuhay ang mga ESL teachers.